Assalamu alaikum, this is Khurram Shahzad from Garrison Academy Senior Campus, Kushaula, Kent. I welcome you all to FBISE online sport program. This is the 14th lecture of 5th week on the topic of using operator in C++. In this lecture, we will going to discuss what are the operators, then we will going to discuss different types of operators, then some of the operators will be studied here. For example, assignment operators, arithmetic operators, arithmetic assignment operators, and increment decrement operators. We will do programming in these operators practically in this lecture. So let's get started. I have opened the book page number 57 on the Chrome. It is page number 59. So let's discuss what are the operators. Operators are simply the symbols that tell the computer to perform specific computation tasks. For example, the plus operator is used to add two numbers. Operators are as similar as in the mathematics. For example, if you write 2 plus 2, this will produce 4. This will tell that you have to add these two numbers. The operator plus tells that you have to add this number. The operator minus tells that you have to minus these two numbers, and so on. So operators are simply the symbols, only the symbols that tells the computer to perform a specific computing task. For example, the plus operator, minus operator, multiply operator, division operator, and modulus operator. There are many types of operator. For example, there are following types of operators that are commonly used in C++, that are arithmetic assignment operators. Assignment operators are used to assign the value of a variable with a value constant or variable in it, or the value of expression to a variable. Then arithmetic operator, which are used to do some common mathematical operation, for example plus, minus, multiplication, division, subtraction, etc. Then arithmetic assignment operators that are used to perform assignment as well as arithmetic task both at the same time. So these operators are the mix up of these two operators. So then we have increment and decrement operators. Increment and decrement operators are used to increase or decrease the value of a variable by 1. Then we have some relational operators which are used for comparison purpose. For example, greater than operator, less than is equal to operator, etc. The logical operators are simply logics of assigning and merging two expression with and or not operator. Then ternary operator, which use the three operands to perform some task. We will discuss only these four operators in this lecture practically, and these three operators will be discussed later in the next lecture. So what is an assignment operator? Assignment operator is simply an equal sign. An equal sign is used to assign the value and expression to a variable. It has the general form of variable is equal to expression. Expression means any calculation or any kind of plus minus operation which have some result, or you may simply assign a constant value to a variable. For example, where expression may be a constant, there may be a constant. For example, you have a variable named a, you may simply store the value of 10 here, which is a constant value. You may simply assign the value of 10 plus 15, which will produce the 25, and 25 will be stored here. So an expression may be a constant, another variable to which a value has previously been assigned, or formula to be evaluated. For example, z is equal to x. This one equal sign is unnecessary here. This is a printing mistake in your book, so you may only have to use simple one equal sign operator. So x plus y will be evaluated and the answer will be stored in z. When this statement is executed, the value stored in the variable x and y will be added, and the resulting answer will be stored in the variable z. So let's have some practical example of this variable. I'm going to have this. You may need this software name dev C++. A previous video have been published by Sir Aslan, how to install this software and how to use this software. So open this software simply. It will take some time, so you may need to create a new file. You may create a new file by file, new, and a source file. Then you may have to click on there and have a new file, or you may simply press Ctrl and to open a new file. I have opened a new file. You have to write some code here. I'm using basic syntax and the simplest form of code for your understanding. So every C++ program have some preprocessed directive. For example, hash include iostream. I have to input and output in this program, so I'm going to use this header file in my program. The second line is using namespace std. This will make our all namespace standard, and then the main function. You must simply write this code very simple as I'm going to have. So we are going to talk about how can we assign a value to a variable. So our basic task here is to understand how assignment operator works. So I'm going to have a variable of integer type here, and I'm going to assign a value to them. I have created a variable of x, y, and z. I have created 3 variables by using simple syntax. Now I'm going to have assign some value to them. A simple assignment operator is this. If I'm going to assign the value of 10 to x, this assignment operator understand that it have to store 10 into this variable, and then the y is equal to 20. This may simply tell the computer that you have to assign the value of I've assigned the value of 20 to y, and the final I have said that the bookish knowledge or the book said that an expression may be a constant. I have examined the constant. I have assigned a constant value of 10 here. Then it may have another variable, maybe a one variable value can be stored to another variable. This may be as simple as x. The value of x can be stored into y, then an expression. Then I'm going to have the z is equal to x plus y. So this is the expression, which is mathematical expression, and the answer will be stored. The x is 10 and the y is 20. The answer will be 30, and 30 will be assigned to z variable. So let's have a look at the output. I'm going to have a simple output statement. The value of x, and then the x variable, and the last I'm going to have another output on the new line. So I'm going to use NL expression. So let's copy this by Control C and Control V. You must simply have some this by Control copy, and then here the Control V. This is the simple. So this is the value of x, this is the value of y, and this is the value of z. So let's have a look at what output you have to. After writing whole program, you have to hit here compile and run, or simply press F11 on your system to run this program. So this will prompt to save the program. I'm going to save this program into desktop and rename it to lecture 13. Save. This will give me an output of as we have assigned the values. Y was 10, so the value of x was 10, the value of x is 10, the value of y is 20, the value of z is x plus y, so x was 10 and y was 20, the value of z will be the 30. This is the simple example of assignment operator. So let's go forward into our lecture. Now the next topic is arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators are the operators used to perform the arithmetic operation that includes addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and to find the remainder of the integer division. The type of arithmetic operator used in C++ programming are described with their operations in the table given below. You all are familiar with these four operators. These are the addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So the last one is the modulus operator, which is not exist in mathematics, but in C++ there is an operator called modulus, or this operator is called sometime the remainder operator. It is used to have the answer of remainder by dividing one value to another value. The modulus operator gives the remainder of the division of one number by another number. For example, if A is equal to 20 remainder 6, so 20 will be divided by 6, the answer will be 3, because 6 threes are 18 and the remainder will be 2. So the 2 will be stored in the variable A. So the variable 6 will be divided by 3 with a remainder of 2. Some more example of these examples of modulus operator are given. 13 divided by 4 will result 1. 15 divided by remainder 4 by 4 will give us the result of 3. 10 remainder 5. This is the important. If 10 is divided by 5, there will be no remainder, because 5 will equally divide the 10 by 2 answer, so there will be no remainder. If I get the remainder 4, remainder 5, it will give me the result of 4. So this is our basic example. So let's get them practically, all the operators. So I'm here using only single operator, which is the plus operator. I can use other operators too. So I'm going to have this here. I'm going to press Ctrl C and then have a Ctrl V here to get it pasted here. Now I'm going to remove this line. So X is actually the 30. I'm going to increase the value so I can get the proper answer. So if this A is equal to X plus Y, the answer of Z will be 30 plus 12, 50. And then again, if I'm going to subtract the Y from X, and then again, and then again, Control V. So these are three expressions. Specifically here I'm going to have some space there. So if X plus Y, the answer will be Z. X minus Y, X multiply Y, and then X divided by, and then finally X remainder. So we will check all the answers here. Remainder only. Okay, the answer X was simply 30 and Y was 20. So let's check the answers. If 30 and 20 is added, the answer will be 50. If 30 minus 20, the answer will be 10. If 30 multiplied by 20, the answer will be 600. And if 30 divided by, the answer will be 1, because this is an integer. But if the 30 divided by 20, 20 will equally divide the 30 by 20 with 1, and remainder will be 10. So how these four mathematical operations, how these arithmetic operations work in this example. These are the arithmetic operators which are easier to use. So let's have a look at some other operators. Arithmetic assignment operator, the arithmetic operator as well as assignment operator. It is the combination of both of these operators. For example, the arithmetic operator and assignment operator. So let's start by practical. I'm going to remove all this code here and going to have a simple look at here. I have only one variable x, and there is no other code here. So I'm going to have the x here, the value of x. So x is already contained 30 in it. X is 30. So if I have to add some more value into x, I have to write the code of this x plus 20, for example. So x is already contained 30 in here, so 30 plus 20 will be 50, and 50 will be stored in x. So if I'm going to have the output of x, it will give me the answer of 50. So answer is 50. But this code is a larger code. I have to write 1 2 3 4 and 5 symbols here, 5 words here. This will be time taking. So this could be done by using a smallest simple line of code. For example, x plus means add some values and is equal to and assign them and 20. This will produce the same result. This line will not be executed. So x is 30 already, and I'm going to plus this 20 and then assign the value of answer. Let's have some answer. Answer is already 50. So this is actually the reduction in the code. So we can do all these things by using this simple syntax, which is arithmetic assignment symbol. So now we have to discuss what are the arithmetic assignment operators. In addition to equal assignment operator, there is a number of assignment operators unique to C++, which are known as arithmetic assignment operator. These include plus is equal to, minus is equal to, multiply is equal to, division is equal to, and remainder is equal to. Suppose operator expression of integer. I have already given you example. For example, if I want to, for example, a plus is equal to b, it will be equivalent to a is equal to a plus b, as in our example. If I am going to add some value, this will be longer code. The x will be added to this, and this answer will be added here. So I can simply do this task by simple expression. There are many expression of that kind. This was the plus operator. I can use the minus operator too. Okay, minus operator, x is already 30, and if I reduce the x by 20, and the answer will be 10. Answer is already 10. We can have the multiply also here. We can have all the operators here. So the answer is 600 now. These are the operators. This is plus is equal to sign. This will be plus some value and then assign the value again to some variable. This is the minus is equal to, which is equivalent to minus is equal to, this is multiply is equal to, division is equal to, and remainder is equal to. So now to our next topic. Next topic is increment and decrement operator. Increment and decrement operators are simply used to increase or decrease a variable by single value or simple one value. For example, let's get practical here. X is already 30. If I want to add 1 into x, for example, if I have x plus 1, this will produce the answer of 31. This can be simply done by using this plus symbol. Okay, this is increment. This will increment the x by 1. This is already 31. So if I do this task thrice, this will give me, this is 30, one increment will be 31, 32 and 33. So let's get the answers, 33. And same if I do here, if I'm going to talk about minus, what the minus does, minus is actually decrease that value by 1. If I'm going to have this one time, the answer will be 29 because 1 is subtracted from this value, and if I'm going to have this 2 or 3 times, it will give me the answer accordingly, 27. So this is the simple syntax how can we do increment decrement. But wait, there are two types of these increment and decrement operators. For example, I'm going to have some space here. There are two types. First one is called postfix and then the prefix. Those, they may have simple task. If I want to add the x by 1, I can simply have the x plus plus, and I can also have plus plus x. Both will do the same time. This will increase one value, this will increase another one value. Answer will be 32. Answer is 32. But in some places they, how these operators are done, the decrement operator can also be done, minus 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 minus. So this one is the postfix because x is first one and the operator is the second one. So this is the postfix. First one is the expression and second one is, but if I do the operation first, so this will be called prefix. So I have done the fixing process first and then the variable comes. This is also called the post increment and pre increment. This is called the post decrement and this is called the pre decrement. The answer will be same. This will increase the x by 1, this will increase the x by 1, so x will be 32, and then this will decrease x and this will decrease, x will be again 30. So answer is 30. But in some scenarios the answer is not most suitable, most equivalent to this expression. This expression perform different tasks in different statements. So if I'm going to have a plus plus symbol here, so what you say that how much value will be there? X is 30 and x is increased by 1. What value will be there? You all are thinking that there will be a 31 value, but you are wrong. The answer is 30. So how the answer will 30? Because we have said that first of all use that x, so we will use that x value because it will display the x value and then it will, so this statement will use the x first. X will be used here and then the plus plus operator will work. So answer will be 30. But if I put the plus symbol left side to this x, the answer will be 31 now, because I have said that cout show me the answer or print the statement of plus plus x. It means that first of all plus plus this x, so this will be 31 and then display this value. So answer is simple 31. So how these are different from each other? This will increase the value first, then we can use the value, and if I put it here, this will use the variable first and then increase the value. So this is a simple slighter difference between these operators. So let's have some topic. The increment and the operator. The increment operator is plus plus and it is used to add 1 to the value stored in a variable. The decrement operator minus minus and it subtracts one value from the value stored in a variable. The purpose of using this operator is simply shorten the expression. We have shortened the expression. This is the long expression. We can simply do this task by using this simple expression. When increment and decrement operator written before the variable, it is known as the prefix. This is called the prefix. And when this is written after the variable, this is called the postfix. In certain situations they have different meanings. I have already told you that how these are different in different situations. If I put the plus plus left side or right side, there will be different meaning to these statements. So they have a simple example, but this example is not very simple. They are using the x and y is assigned with 10, and then they are incrementing the y and assigning to x. So x will be 11 here and y will be 10 here. So this is a simple example. This here the x will be 11 because x is already x will be 10. X is already incremented, so incremented 11 will be stored into x will be 11, and this will be 11 also because this is used after this expression. So 11 11, this is another example. So in this example x will be y will be incremented later before the x is assigned, so x will be 10 and y will be 11. This is our today's topic. First of all, I am going to ensure that you all must have to install this software. This software is free of cost on the internet. You may download it from the internet and install. And we have also a video called how to install and configure dev C++ in previous lectures. So you have to practice these two example on your compiler. So this is your homework. You have to run this program into your compiler, your computer IDE. So this is the today's lecture. Good luck and have a practice on your computers. Allah Hafiz.